Have you ever felt like a woman was giving you signals, but when you acted on them, she pulled away? Or maybe you thought everything was going perfectly, only to have her suddenly lose interest and you have no idea why. If that's ever happened to you, you're not alone. There's something about women, something they will never admit, but it's something that every man must understand. And once you do, it will completely change the way you see relationships forever. So before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to the channel and like this video, because what I'm about to share is not what you usually hear. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll see women and yourself differently. So stay with me till the end, because this might just be the most important lesson you'll ever learn about love and attraction. The hard truth about women that they will never admit. A man by the name of Amir lived there, an admirable human being, generous, diligent, and courteous. He had the belief that women would innately value men who treated them with respect, care, and did the right thing. It was Zoya, a girl he met. Her aura was one of mesmerizing beauty and irresistible charisma. Everything appeared to be going swimmingly as they began conversing. In addition to being considerate and supportive, Amir was also unafraid to tell her how much she meant to him. However, an unusual occurrence began. She grew emotionally detached the more he showed his emotions. She became less responsive. She started canceling plans, and then she disappeared in an instant. This left Amir bewildered. Where was his error? This is when it becomes real, a fact that the vast majority of women would rather not acknowledge. Chapter number 1. Women are attracted to strength, not just kindness. Being a decent man in Amir's mind was sufficient. Kindness is crucial, and please don't misunderstand me. However, women are seeking more than just acts of compassion. They are seeking power. Being physically powerful or aggressive are not definitions of strength. Being emotionally strong, respecting oneself, and not seeking approval are all components. Men who are self-assured, confident, and have direction in life tend to attract women. Even if a woman likes a man, she will lose interest if he treats her like a goddess and makes her his entire world. Zoya kept this from Amir, but she knew he knew. A man who is overly eager or accessible is not desirable to women. An important man who is self-assured is what they seek. Chapter number 2. Women test men without even realizing it. Men are always being tested by women. This is just their nature, not an attempt to influence them. Consider it. What a lady could say is, "Do you really think you can do that? Why don't you ever do something spontaneous? Are you even listening to me?" This is not a list of unrelated remarks. Subtle tests they are. Subconsciously, women are testing your emotional stability and reactivity. This was Amir's weak spot in the past. Over-explaining, becoming defensive, or trying too hard to satisfy Zoya would be his go-to responses. Whenever she asked a question, a man of worth, on the other hand, would keep his cool smile and not bother her for praise. Women may never admit it directly, but guys who breeze through these exams tend to attract more women. Chapter number 3. Women want a man who can walk away. I have a question for you. Have you ever had an overwhelming need to be with a lady because of your love for her? All of her needs were met by you. Even in the past, you were the one to initiate texting, to make yourself available to her. You even rescheduled arrangements with your pals. Even more firmly, you clung to her as she began to withdraw. Why was that? Afterwards, she departed. But I loved her so much. You thought as you sat there shattered, she got everything from me. How come it wasn't sufficient? The fact is that women aren't interested in guys who appear scared to lose them, something that most men don't discover until it's too late. How clinginess ruins romance. All women seek is to be wanted, loved, and appreciated. Attraction begins to wane nevertheless. The second a woman detects a man's need to retain her, it's not that they're nasty. Desperation is a sign of weakness, that's why. Whom do people hold in more esteem, really? The one that stands up for themselves when they are wronged and doesn't stay? Or the one who will stop at nothing to get acceptance? Strong women are respected. Plus, no guy is stronger than one who can stand up for himself when he is unappreciated. What occurs when you're prepared to step back? Return to your own romantic history. Bring to mind an instance when the thought of losing a lady filled you with fear. Were you? Why did you persist in sending her texts after she began to ignore you? Say yes to stuff you're not really into in order to make her happy? Have you ever tolerated rude or disrespectful conduct out of fear of being alone? Just for a second? Picture yourself being prepared to walk away instead. Envision yourself releasing her hand the moment she began to withdraw. If you had instead concentrated on improving yourself, becoming stronger, better and more valuable rather than chasing after her, in your opinion, what would have transpired? Had she returned, she would have. Or you would have discovered someone much more suitable regardless of whether she did. Why? Because self-sufficiency is a sign of manhood. Furthermore, women have a strong attraction to self-reliant males. Now I want to know whether you've ever clung too firmly to anything. What do you suppose would have happened if you had just left? Please inform me in the space provided. What I'm about to share with you will forever alter your approach to relationship leadership, so please bear with me. Chapter number 4. Women respect men who lead. I have a question for you. Have you ever wanted to know where a lady wants to eat? I am unsure, it's up to you to decide, she responded. Okay, so you decided on a spot. But then she added, ugh, I'm not in the mood for that. And here you are mired in an endless loop of, then tell me, what are you looking for? I am unsure. The decision is yours to make. You weren't interested in that, but I just made a choice. Does this ring a bell? Imagine if I said this had nothing to do with eating whatsoever. Men who take charge earn women's respect in many aspects of life. Not only romantic relationships. Why effective leadership is crucial for attraction. To be a leader, most men believe, is to exert excessive control. Except that's not accurate. Being a leader in a relationship is as easy as acting with conviction and clarity. When looking for a partner, women like guys who decides on his own desires, acts decisively when faced with a choice, isn't always trying to win people over. Why? Because women feel more secure when men take the lead. Now that she knows she can trust him, she can unwind and let go. Why undecided men annoy women? Return to the topic of your romantic life. Have you ever been overly cautious, given too many details, or incessantly sought her opinion? Have you ever refrained from taking action and instead constantly seek approval? Put it this way, would you mind if I did this? Instead of merely carrying it out? Say I'm sorry too much even when you're innocent? If that's the case, you've likely seen that her allure gradually diminished. When males doubt themselves, women lose respect. Men who exude self-assurance are admired. Therefore, the next time you inquire, what are your interests? Say, here's the plan. Let's go. Notice how her reaction changes. I want to know whether you've ever lost a woman because you were too timid. Please inform me in the space provided. Plus, if you stick around, I have some shocking news that will alter your perspective on love forever. Chapter number 5. Women want to feel an emotional roller coaster. Have you ever thought about how women often claim to desire a nice guy, yet end up with guys who drive them nuts with their unpredictable emotions? What causes that to occur? Reason being, ladies desire more than simply comfort. Excitement is what they seek, an expansion of emotional extremes. Envision yourself in a film where every detail is just so, missing suspense, unexpected turns, and thrills. Does it sound good to you? No. Why? Because feeling something makes people tick. The ideal man for a woman is one who can elicit a range of emotions from her, including astonishment, laughter, butterflies, and even frustration. Not in a toxic way, but in a way that keeps things exciting. The boring dangers of being too nice. Return to the topic of your romantic life. Has it ever felt like nothing ever happened because you were so pleasant and predictable? At all times. Do you continually text at the same hour? Excessively gush about her? Never joke about teasing her or challenging her? In such case, her attention likely waned with time. For the simple reason that women desire more than just safety. Seeking excitement is what they desire. The reason behind their attraction to males who get them laughing, impress them with an unforeseen turn of events, sustain a modicum of uncertainty for them. No woman should ever think she knows you inside and out. The air of intrigue. Her continued patronage is a testament to it. Do you have any experience with relationships that have become too easy and predictable, leading to a loss of attraction? Please inform me in the space provided, and keep in mind that attracting someone isn't about pranks. It's all about making her feel something profound, so she stays interested, involved, and craving more. Final thoughts. The takeaway every man needs. Therefore, what alternate action might Amir have taken? 1. No need to hold Zoya in high esteem. 2. Maintained a level head and self-assurance. 3. Instead of responding, she passed her subconscious exams. 4. Proved his ability to step away when called upon. 5. Instead of always trying to win her favor, she led with self-assurance. 6. Created excitement instead than being overly predictable. No woman is going to publicly acknowledge these things. You will have a whole new perspective on attraction once you learn about them. And let me tell you something. Neither manipulation nor playing games are involved here. It's all about exuding an air of effortless charisma that captivates others around you. Your determination to have a more profound comprehension of relationships is evident if you have reached this point. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.